Hello guys, and welcome to the Homestead Super Speedway, as we have qualifying on tap here tonight for the Reebok Truck Series. As on the track first will be Kyle Austin, and as you can see by his scheme, he is not one of the contenders for the chase, for the championship here tonight. Still a great season for him all around, as he was able to make the chase with a win, I believe, at Bristol. Just unfortunately was not good enough in the chase to be able to do that, or to be able to stay in contention all the way to Homestead. We will be notating the contenders as the night goes along. But meanwhile, let's mention this. Kyle Austin unofficially comes into this race 10th, and I say unofficially because I hadn't gone around to changing everything the way it should, as Brad Johnson goes to the top of the charts right now, but I won't go over there yet because that was not a complete lap. He started that one on pit road. And come around to complete the first full lap, Kyle Austin, a 29.89. Puts him on top of the charts right now. Now let's go over to Brad Johnson, see what he can run. As Jeffrey Buckeye goes top of the charts, now it's Michael Hegdahl with a 29.47. Hegdahl didn't even make the chase, but he is the most recent race winner that we have, as we see Jacob Sisko coming onto the track. He was able to stay in contention. He actually finished top 4 in points there, but the win made it to where that didn't matter, as Michael Hegdahl once again runs faster, puts himself back at the top of the charts with a 28.81. He's right now working underneath James Shelley as Tom Gerard comes to the track. Let's talk a little bit about Jacob Sisko. Jacob's had a great season so far, 2 wins, 3 top 5s, and 9 top 10s. As the win at Atlanta, probably the best one for him this season, as it allowed him to not have to worry about whether or not he would be contending. He runs a lap that puts him 12th fastest at the current moment, a 29.19. As you see Kyle Thomas come out onto the track. Kyle, another one of those, just a quiet chase. 1 win, 8 top 5s, 10 top 10s. He was able to keep consistent throughout the chase, and he sat this American SNL Chevrolet in here with a chance to win the title if he can beat his other title competitors. Let's see what he can run on a good lap here, as Bob Johansson goes top of the charts with a 28.58. So Kyle Thomas's first lap around the track here. See what he can do in that 39 car. 28.88, 11th, now 12th quick. As Chris Burton's got issues, looks to be that the Best Buy Dodge there is just lost motor, no damage on that car. Yeah, no damage. So Chris Burton losing an engine, that will put him to the back here tonight. There's Dustin Griffiths, who currently has the 37th best lap at a 29.20. Dustin's been the best so in the fact of just consistency and wins out of anyone in the top, or that survived to make the top 4. Dustin has 3 wins, 10 top 10 or 10 top 5s, and 15 top 10s. Next close to him in any of those categories, you have Kyle Thomas has 8 top 5s, and Kyle Thomas and Vitaly Nikolaev both have 10 top 10s. So Griffiths, a 28.90 though, puts him 24th quick on the charts. Looking around to find the top running chaser, it's Jacob Sisko right now in 6th fastest. Kyle Thomas ran the 12th fastest lap. Dustin Griffiths is 26th quick right now. And Vitaly Nikolaev is 30th. Let's jump to that 98. Give you a little bit of background on him. The native of Russia had a nice quiet season. I was surprised to see he made it up to the top of the points after last race, but he did it, so he enters in as the one seed, I guess, if you want to call it that. I mean, there isn't really a seed when you have a chase format like this. 1 win, 4 top 5s, and 10 top 10s for him on the season. But right now, struggling to find speed in that Carolina Nut Company Toyota, as we have just 4 minutes left to go in this session. And Bob Johansson remains the top dog in practice right now, or at least in qualifying, I mean. And no wonder why. Look at the size of this pack he's got. You have Hegdahl in there, who's second quick. Gerard's third quick. Dave Cole, fourth quick in this pack. The top 4 fastest cars in practice are all in this pack right now. Dylan Young headed to pit road. James Shelley tailing this pack, and that is Dustin Griffiths just in front of it. So that's good news for Griffiths. Maybe he can go and run a fast lap here once these guys catch him. See Stacy Dutta there. She just had an absolutely terrible third round of this to get eliminated, essentially. And just look at the multi-grooves on this track. You see the outside line and the inside line almost equal. That is why qualifying is going to be so important here, because you want to make sure to start up front, especially if you're one of these chasers. And you see Jacob Sisko's in 6th. Kyle Thomas right now starts 9th. And then you have Griffiths is currently down in 35th, and Nikolaev is down in 37th, now 38th. So not looking good right now for the 78 and 98, as we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this qualifying session. And you see Dion Scott coming to the track. Jacob Sisko's tailing this pack now. Wonder if that's allowing him to run faster laps than these guys. Maybe not, although this lap could be a little bit faster. Well, it's faster in the back of the pack, so Sisko able to catch him now, and he might be able to run an even quicker lap here, as you see Dustin Griffiths now has help from Chris Washer and Savannah Cole in front of him, and throw an Angel Navarro a little bit into that if he can go and get up to speed here quickly. Oh, look at the speed. Look at the speed comparison there between Griffiths and Navarro, as that's actually going to allow this pack to catch them. Who knows, that could work out well for these guys, each of them. As we're just over a minute left in this practice session. As Johansson goes to the inside, Dutta now and Chris Washer. We're following the leaderboard. Sisko's down to 9th. Thomas is 12th. Nikolaev ran a quick lap. He's now into 29th. And Griffith's still in the 39th spot now on the grid. Want to try and go and get a still shot of want to get a still shot start finish line so I can keep track of who is the first people to cross. Okay, that's a good spot. Okay. Now if you cross this line, your next lap will count if it's before 0 seconds. Okay, that group, it counts. The 7, they're done. Ian Dutta to the top of the charts on his final lap. And that's it. Qualifying is done. So, Ian Dutta, by 1,000th of a second, puts his car on the pole. Bob Johansson will start second. Jeffrey Buckeye, Michael Hegdahl, Dave Cole, Tom Gerard, Warren Cherry, Brandon Griffiths, Elijah Workman, and Daniel Day, your top 10. Jacob Sisko will start in 11th. Kyle Thomas in 14th. Gonna look down here. Nikolaev will start 33rd. And Griffiths will start 35th. And you were able to see the bottom, so you know where you are starting. And we'll see you tomorrow night for the actual race. And we'll see you later on for some nationwide qualifying and cup qualifying, which will be right after this. Hello and welcome back. Now we got Hooters Nationwide Series qualifying here on tap. Another 10-minute session here where the fastest will be on the pole. As we got some cars coming out already. Not Tom Shelley, but let's see who it is. Oh, it's Jeffrey Buckeye. And I just realized I forgot to do something. We'll be right back. Sorry about that. Forgot to go and get the nationwide points up. It's Jeffrey Buckeye. He enters in as one of the drivers who will be contending for this title here on Saturday. What will be Saturday night here at the track, or in 2 nights' time. Jeffrey Buckeye puts a 44.4 on the board. He'll be the first person to also set a real time that we'll actually have to strive to beat. As the Advocare Chevrolet has been a real surprise in this chase, as he runs a 29.23, but Meacham runs a 28.90 to put himself on the top of the charts. As I was saying about the 3, it was a pleasant surprise to see that car run good, because he was like in the 20s in points entering the chase. I gave him a minimal shot at best to be actually still in the fight when we got to Homestead here, but he's able to do it. And you know what? He enters in with just as good a shot as anyone else does in this title fight, because everyone will enter this race tied, as Timur Dalik came really close, as Meacham's going to put it in the middle of a Shelley family sandwich. There he's got Dalik on his inside and Tom Shelley on the outside. And as a 28.87 just increases the gap that he had over the rest of the field. William Duncan top of the charts now. In the Snap-on Ford. Been a good season for Duncan, but I mean, obviously he made chase, so that makes it a good season, but just did not get the consistency he probably needed to really go deep into this one. He had a terrible round 2, which puts him 15th in the points coming into this race, as he runs a 28.38. Jake Davis temporarily was on top of the charts, but not anymore. As Duncan passes Charles Stanford for, well, on the track, not for a position. Sorry, I'm used to being in a race frame of mind. Meacham a 28.39. Now John McNamara. Oh, Brad Johnson's top of the charts. Car 43. And trying to look at the sponsor, because I know that one looks kind of like the Daniel Day machine when he runs AutoZone. Brad Johnson, another one of the 4 guys who will enter this race with a chance at winning the title, as he currently sits on top of the charts with now a 28.31. Been a quiet season for Johnson. I mean, made history in being the first guy to complete the clean sweep. Did that at Charlotte. as McNamara will dive down to pit road. And even in the chase, I mean, he hasn't been the most consistent guy. If you look at anything, he's got 1 win, 4 top 5s, and 8 top 10s. That's lowest, if not second lowest, of any of the top 4 that are competing here tonight. But he enters this race, leaving last weekend as the number 2 guy in the points, as William Duncan now goes to the top of the charts, and Johnson will head to pit road. And there in front of William Duncan, the fan favorite, Preston Plord. And the fans were just absolutely crushed last week when Preston got wrecked out of it. And they saw his title hopes go to naught here tonight. So Preston competing for fun tonight. He knows for a fact that he'll be going over to the James Finch Phoenix Racing team next year. So good opportunity for Preston there to show he's got for a whole season. I mean, the replacement sensation came in after 3 races and still managed to get into the top 20 in points before the chase reset, including the 1 win that he was able to claim. As we're gonna have to find the other guys. Elijah Workman, the Bad Boy Buggy Chevrolet, currently 24th quick, and enters in as the Vegas favorite to win this one at 5-1 odds because of the way that he's run all season. He has the most wins of anyone in the series. He has the most top 5s of anyone in the series. And he has the most top 10s of anyone in the series this season. 4-9-13, the line for Elijah Workman. And it would be an absolute shock if anyone else did win this title, but anyone can. Remember, it's a winner-take-all. Elijah Workman's still going to have to get one more great run to go and be able to win this title, as he currently sits 21st quick on the board. A 21.51 does not move him up anywhere, as Brad Johnson continues to be 2nd quick. Looking for the others. Elijah is 2nd quick out of the chasers. Kyle Austin 3rd quick in 29th place, and Jeffrey Buckeye the slowest right now of the 4 in 30th. As Elijah Workman now has to reseat the time. He does a 28.46, puts him 15th quick. A great lap for Workman. Can he do even more and get up into the top 10? As we're gonna watch this lap, and then we'll find out where Kyle Austin and Jeffrey Buckeye are on the track. We see where they are on the speed charts. A 28.36, 7th quick for Workman. Okay, let's find Kyle Austin. Currently 30th quick. He just ran a fast lap though, but only puts him 27th quick, a 28.54. Kyle had to work his way past Jake Cole and Angel Navarro to find his way into the finale here with a shot at it. Not very hard when both of those drivers finished out of the race though, and all he had to do was beat him by 1 position on the track. But nevertheless, he's still entering this race with a chance to win the title, and you know he's going to want to take full advantage of that, as he's 28th quick now on the board. Let's find Jeffrey Buckeye, who is 31st quick. Right now his best lap still a 28.59. Buckeye not showing his best effort here tonight. A 28.47 puts him 23rd quick, and over where the 20 is, as Elijah Workman has put his car 3rd fastest and is the top chaser, who is still in contention. Top chaser actually would be William Duncan and TJ Williams, but nevertheless, Elijah Workman 3rd fastest now, a 28.31. Buckeye does not run any quicker. Maria Kulaya now goes up to 2nd spot. As here's the pack Elijah Workman's running with right now. It's a 28-26 that William Duncan has run to put him on top of the charts. Let's find where he's at. He's got a pretty decent pack size here with him. He's got Derek Benassi, Jake Davis, Charles Sanford, Preston Plord, Tyson Broad, and Jose Navarro running with him. As no quicker there, and no movement in the top 10 either. As still going down even farther. Kyle Austin now has run a fast lap, puts him 23rd, now 25th quick, as Buckeyes into the 32nd spot now. As Dylan Young goes to the top of the charts. Car number 7, running with Maria Kulaya, puts his car on the provisional pole. As Elijah Workman now 5th fastest, Brad Johnson in 6th. Whoops. Kyle Austin is 26th, and Jeffrey Buckeye 32nd quick. Oh, and we're into extra time here. Oh, in fact, actually, we are done with practice. So with that, there we go. Didn't even realize it, that 10 minutes just snuck up entirely. Dylan Young, your pole sitter here today. Maria Kulaya, William Duncan, TJ Williams, Elijah Workman will be the top running chaser. He'll start 6th. Brad Johnson will start just the... Well, actually... Oh, wait. Okay, he'll start 5th. Brad Johnson will start alongside in the 6th position. That could be a very interesting battle. Preston Vale, Kyle Thomas, Tom Gerard, Charles Sanford, your top 10 starters here tonight. Or, well, in 2 nights' time. Where did the rest of the chasers end up? Kyle Austin will start 26th. And Jeffrey Buckeye will start 32nd here tonight. With that, we have Cup qualifying that we'll bring next. And then all that will be left is the 3 races to decide who our champions will be here in the Hooters Nationwide Series, the Reebok Truck Series, and the Coke Vanilla Cup Series. Hello and welcome once again, and welcome back actually, as we have guys already going out onto the track. It's Coke Vanilla Cup Series qualifying for round number 36, and just like how the Truck Series introduced special schemes a little earlier, this series now has introduced some special schemes for its Final Four. As we watch Daniel Day, though, he will not set a lap this time around. Neither will Brad Johnson, as let's go back up to the 1, as we're actually on one of the cars that will carry a special scheme. Charles Jackson right there. Warren Cherry, the first one to set a lap at a 45.27. That will go down quickly. In fact, it should be beat once Daniel Day trips the line here on the front straightaway. Amy Shelley, wow, she hasn't missed a beat already. Already top of the charts there for a moment. As Daniel Day, Brad Johnson runs a 28.52 though. Warren Cherry with a 28.40. Let's see what Amy can run. Al Shield come out the final corner. She will go top of the charts, a 28.33, but only for a minute, as Jeff James runs a 10th faster with a 28.23. As there's one of the special schemes right there. It's Drew Austin, as Brad Johnson goes to the top of the charts with a 28.14. You see they reinvented the Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boats Chevrolet there on that car to go in be able to reinvent the scheme for this car for this race, as Jeff James goes top of the charts now, a 28.13. Or now it's Kyle Thomas, a 27.89. So Kyle Thomas first to break the 28-second bracket, and Derrickson joins him. Let's see what Drew Austin can run on his first complete lap. A 28.15 nets him an 11th place spot for the moment. As I saw Jackson back here, the pink and white on Jackson's car. Not sure how that represents Coke Vanilla, but as that is what we were supposed to say. But still a great scheme nonetheless to show that he is one of the contenders for this title. He ran a 28.26 his first time by. Let's see what he can do on this lap here for 27.84, fourth quick, as Mary Shelley is third quick. And I know I'll actually tell him this on Skype too before this is actually going out. I'm going to submit a formal apology to Charles Jackson, because when this chase started, I gave him 0.001% chance of really winning this title, because he had the flukiest win to get in, and he still has like the fewest top 5s and top 10s of anyone in the chase. Actually, he's tied for fewest top 5s, as William Duncan goes to the top of the charts now. I swear to this, I thought he was going to be eliminated on the first elimination, but he survived all the way down to this, not getting a win or anything, so he earned his way into here. And congrats to him, wishing him the best for when we go racing. He's 18th quick right now as a 27.83. He'll go to pit road, and with that we'll check in on another one of your title contenders here tonight. It's Mary Shelley in the 38, who's currently the 11th fastest car on the track, a 27.76. She's following William Duncan, who's the fastest on the track right there. Mary's had a very good season. She's had to witness both of her siblings who started out the season go down with injury, at least for a little bit of time, if not minor, like in the case of Jerry Shelley, where he only had to sit out the remainder of one race. But she's stuck in there. She comes into this race tied even with the rest of the four, and she has as good a shot as anyone to win this title here for the 2004 Coke Vanilla Cup Series. Trevor Meacham throwing a flashback scheme to what I believe is 2003 on that car. Black and red with a white nose on Meacham's car. 32nd quick right now. A 27.89. Right now all by himself, as I yank on cords and everything. So Meacham right now needs some help. He's been by far the most fantastic rookie of the season. He has 2 wins, 7 top 5s, and 9 top 10s, and is the only rookie to last it out this long out of the 3 that actually made the chase. None of them made, only Meacham made the Elite 8, as we'll flash it up to William Duncan, who is still on top of the charts. There's Duncan. He's got still Mary Shelley, John McNamara, Jacob Budd in his pack, as well as Jeff Ozzie Jr., and he's about ready to add Charles Jackson to the mix, as Ozzie will pull off to pit road. And we're hearing reports that there is an issue with some of the trucks and Coke and Hooters Nationwide cars, and that they will be sent to the back. We're not being told what the reason was or who the cars are, but there are some guys who are going to be sent to the back of the pack to start the races tomorrow, and we're hearing some of them were actually top 10 starters. So that's a very interesting development here as we are in the middle of Coke Vanilla practice. Let's see where these chasers line up right now. None in the top 10. Oh, wait, never mind. Mary Shelley's in 5th. I'm sorry. Drew Austin currently is 18th fastest. Charles Jackson is 28th fastest. And Meacham is 33rd quick. So, not shaping up too well for these guys, as Duncan runs a pretty close lap to his fastest lap at 27.666. Yep, 666. McNamara pulling off to pit road now. That pit road looks very interesting the way that they're taking it, but oh well. So a line of 4 cars. Adam Derrickson now jumps up to the top of the charts. A 27.65. As already we are down to just 100 seconds in this one. 90 seconds here momentarily left in this qualifying session. Got some rookies in this pack. Dylan Young and Jeff Ozzie Jr. most notably. Danny Everett's in this pack, who has had a great season so far. Was going to be in the Hooters Nationwide Series next season, but as they are announced this week, it will not be him. Actually, Brendan Patterson will be taking that spot. So, unfortunately, we lost one of the rookies in what was posing to be a great rookie class down there. As Jerry Shelley now top of the charts, and I just realized that he asked me to change this around, but a little late now. Sorry, LHP 14 Florida. Forgot to change it around. So Jerry Shelley still in the car. It was supposed to be Amanda Shelley, and Jerry Shelley is supposed to be in the 39. I didn't even realize it then. I'm realizing it now, unfortunately, as I'm going to get to TV2 so we can get a good camera angle here at the start-finish line to be able to judge who the final guys are that are going to be able to take a next lap. Not okay. I was going to say, not quite sure why someone would be coming out the pit road now. Okay, from now, anyone who crossed the line is done. Daniel's done. Meacham apparently is done. Okay, that's it. So, Jerry Shelley is your pole sitter here tonight. Adam Derrickson, William Duncan, Chris Washer, Dylan Young, Kyle Austin, Jack Smith, the top 7. Mary Shelley will be the top chaser on the starting grid in 8th. Danny Everett, John McNamara 10th. All these times assuming that everything sticks, because nothing has so far this weekend. Let's see where the other chasers will be starting to the race. Drew Austin will start from the 17th position. Charles Jackson will start from 33rd. And Trevor Meacham will start from the 40th position come race day. Yikes for those guys. They're going to have to work their way up to the back, or up to the front. But there should be pit stops, so at least starting in the back won't be an end-all here tonight. We'll see you tomorrow for the truck race, and then Nationwide the night after that, and the Cup Series. We'll finish off the season here at Homestead. We'll see you guys next time, and I've had a great time bringing these series to you this season.